All right, YouTubers, this is the Angryprepper. So today's episode, we're going to talk about 2021 will probably be a bad year too. And I'm not trying to fearmonger, get anyone scared. I'm not trying to do any of that, but it seems to be that people believe that all of a sudden 2021 is going to pop up and 2020 is going to disappear, and all the bad shit that came along with it is just going to up and disappear. And people think that that's actually a thing, and it's not going to be a thing. And we have to be aware that this shit isn't going to end that fast. 2021 is going to roll in, 2020 is going to disappear, and all the shit that lasted. Kobe Bryant is not going to come back to life. Coronavirus is not going to disappear. Biden and Harris are not going to lose the election. None of that's going to happen. What's going to happen now is that shit's going to get a lot worse. And I'm only saying this not to fearmonger, not to get anyone scared, but to realize that we could be in for a long ride. And we have to be able to adapt to it. We have to be able to know that that's going to happen. We have to be able to know that we're going to get through it as well. I'm not going to sit here and sell you guys doom and gloom without telling you we'll get through it, but it's going to be a rough ride. As of right now, the powers that be, the elites, the media, politicians, they won your fear. They're controlling your thoughts, and they took your common sense. And this is for those of you who are buying into all the bullshit that's going on. Buying into a mask is going to protect you. Buying into that coronavirus is way lethaler than they're saying. Buying into the fact that Biden and Harris are going to do an awesome job, and everything that they are going to do is going to be roses and unicorns. That is not the case. They keep repeating whatever mantra they want you to buy into. And obviously, for example, the mantra they keep beating, the drum they keep beating to that, is that COVID's going to kill you if you get it. Never mind that it's just going to get you sick or really sick. It's definitely going to kill some people, guys. That's without a doubt. And right now, it's only killing those that are susceptible to it. That being said, guys, they keep repeating this shit. You'll keep believing it, right? They keep repeating Trump's a racist. People started believing Trump was a racist. They kept beating the drum that Trump was xenophobic. People started believing Trump was xenophobic. They started telling you, beating the drum, that COVID is going to kill you and that everyone can get it, when in fact it's not going to kill you. Only a few people will die from it. And not everyone's going to get it, guys. Not everyone is susceptible to viruses. Like I said before, there's no virus on this planet that is a 99% infection rate. There are people who are immune, but they're not going over that. Their drive for the vaccine. I know a lot of you are thinking this, but when have you ever seen such a push for a vaccine? Everything on the news now, newspaper, is vaccine, vaccine, vaccine. You got to get your vaccine. People, take your vaccine. If you want to live, if you want to do this, you got to take your vaccine. They might even force you to take it. You know, this is them telling us this ahead of time, like predictive programming. Oh, you want to go to Australia? You got to take the vaccine. You want to go to New Zealand? You got to take the vaccine. You want to go to work? You might have to take the vaccine. We're going to have to wait and see how many people will take the vaccine before we start forcing people. So they keep saying this because they're getting you ready for forced vaccination. I believe forced vaccination is coming, but unfortunately, we have to wait and see. Not unfortunately, but fortunately, we have to wait and see. We have to see where this goes. We don't know where this is going yet. We don't know if they're going to force us or they're going to leave everyone to their own devices. Now, so forced vaccination is also going to look like what I just said. You want to do something, you got to take the vaccine. You want to eat, buy food, you got to take the vaccine. You want to go out to a movie theater, you got to take the vaccine. So, guys, the vaccine is definitely going to be forced. It's just depending on how bad they do it. Do they make us go and take it? If not, they're going to fine us, or are they going to wiggle stimulus checks and fucking entertainment and joy and seeing our family as a form of taking a vaccine. So as of right now, guys, they are testing the vaccine on us. That's pretty much how it's looking. People are going to sit there and say, well, some people are going to die from this, and certain people are going to, not die. Well, that's great assurance, guys. Great assurance. Nonetheless, it's going to happen. Somebody's going to get deathly ill from this, and then they won't shut it down. They'll cover it up or whatever it is. If you're going to sit there and tell me, oh, we're going to give it to you, but we have to monitor for these diseases right here, right? That's a problem. That is a huge problem, guys. If you're going to sit there and tell us we got to watch out for these after we give you the vaccine, as opposed to figuring that shit out already and then giving it to us. Now, guys, I understand. I know a lot of you some of you vaccine nerds are watching. I understand that there's an acceptable loss with every vaccine. I know that. I know that people are going to have adverse side effects. That is a given. But when you don't have long-term data research, when you don't have any real research, when you start telling people the vaccine is safe with 5 to 3 months of fucking data, how the fuck are we supposed to trust you? So keep in mind, guys, we're trusting a company that has zero interest in the human race, Pfizer. All Pfizer wants to do is make money. And Pfizer is looking to make money because of, again, guys, research yourself. All the lawsuits that they've been sued at, the $4 billion they lost, they are definitely going to make this back, then some, with this vaccine. So they got a lot at stake with this vaccine. So if people start dying, they could cover it up, or they could be honest about it. I doubt they'll be honest about it because it's Pfizer. Pfizer has always been a bag of shit company. Always. You go to their headquarters here in Manhattan, they got all these these posters and billboards and commercials on how they're here for the people, and we want to make sure that your life is better and that your quality of living is longer. Meanwhile, they're killing people and paying people out, lawsuits and all that other shit. Now, a lot of people say, well, Pfizer won't be sued because it's a vaccine. Like I said before, guys, certain vaccines have been brought to court. They're not excluded if too many people die from it. Obviously, they're covered under a certain number. So there's a number that Pfizer has established that might die. The vaccine coverage by the United States, that's another number that they're covered by. And if that number is exceeded, to the courtrooms they go. Now listen, the other thing with the courtroom thing is, guys, you could bring anybody you want to court. Doesn't matter whether they're covered or not. You could bring anybody you want to court. If some of these judges feel otherwise, they'll side with you. But the vaccine court, the United States Vaccine Court, that's the one that's going to be a fight, because they're in everyone's pocket. Or they're in everyone's pocket, right? Here's the other bullshit that's coming with 2021. We're switching gears now. We're no longer talking about the vaccine. We're going to talk about Second Amendment. So now the First Amendment's been under attack for a long time. We know that. The Second Amendment is going to be under some real attack. I mean, not some shit we saw with Obama, which is bullshit, and Cuomo, which was bullshit, though it was substantial and it damaged but it hurt a lot of gun owners. The shit that we're going to see with Kamala Harris and Biden, that's going to be some real shit. That's going to be some fighting shit. Now, I'm talking about fighting, guys. I'm talking about probably at the White House protesting and stirring up some shit, however you want to look at it. We are definitely headed towards a fight with this vaccine. With this Second Amendment. The mandatory buyback program, I know a lot of you heard Kamala Harris say, I'm going to make an executive order to take everyone's guns. I didn't know that vice presidents can do that. And if vice presidents can't do that, then she's obviously planning to be president next. Just saying. You can't tell me that this lady's been sitting on stage talking about she's going to make a mandate to get your guns back or take your guns from you as a vice president. She already knows she's going to be president because she's already slipping up, if that's the case. If vice presidents can, I'm a little shocked because I don't recall a vice president ever doing that, at least in my lifetime. Maybe I should go research it. But nonetheless, guys, it's going to be a fight. Biden had already said he was going to do it. Kamala Harris already said he's going to do it. You know you got a lot of dumbass Democrats that are behind this shit, right? But you also know for a fact that this year alone, there was an uptick in gun ownership. So maybe because we have so many gun owners now, maybe there's a chance that the fight is going to be a lot bigger with a lot more help. Even the liberals, right? Even the kooks. We're gonna have more help. Now, why is a non-gun owner talking about this? Well, because I've been obviously listening, researching, watching these dumbass president-elect and vice president-elect talk shit about taking guns and how they were going to do it and how confident they sounded in doing it. That's the more dangerous part. They didn't play the game, guys. They didn't go like, well, you know, we got to wait and see until we get in office because we have so many other things to be concerned about. Instead, they sat there and said, well, we're going to do it and we're going to do it like this. And they told you exactly what they're going to do. So now, you cannot be surprised if they do it. And you have to fight. You got to, I mean, listen, at some point, the mandatory buyback is going to lead to some fucked up shit. I'm telling you that right now. I know for a fact there are dudes that are not giving their shit up. There are chicks that are not giving their shit up. So we're not Australia. We're not New Zealand. We're not just going to be like, here, man, take out guns. That shit don't work here in the United States. So I hope they have a better plan than a mandatory buyback. But whatever plan they have other than a mandatory buyback, it's just going to get them hurt or a lot of people killed. Switching back to the vaccine, but not so much the vaccine, the restrictions. There are going to be a lot more restrictions coming down the pipe. They said multiple times, even with the vaccine, you're still going to have to take COVID precautions. 6 feet apart, wearing a mask, washing your hands. You still got to do all that shit after you were given a vaccine, right? So, does the vaccine really work? Well, if the vaccine works, why do we still have to take precautions? Never heard of such a thing. I never heard, hey, you know what? You got the chickenpox vaccine. All right. Now that you got the chickenpox vaccine, now you got to wait a year to be exposed. I've never heard of a vaccine that worked that way. So unless I'm missing something, that's a bit strange. But anyway, guys, just be cautious that there are going to be more restrictions and more bullshit coming down the pipe with this, with these two assholes in office, and just with the way governors and mayors have been acting. They've been acting like fucking assholes. So it's only going to get worse. So here's the rub: we got to adapt. Whatever these motherfuckers throw at us, we got to adapt to. That's it. Whether it's a fight, it's a protest, or just simply ignore their bullshit. That's what it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to probably just ignoring them, and all else fails, then a fight. But that's just me. Other than that, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching. You can like and subscribe to this channel. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter. And other than that, guys, thank you for watching.